Okay, Ryan, let's make this intro the most professional one we've ever done.
It's not going to be. I'm telling you right now. You do it then. Check it out.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of NFGs.
What's going on, everyone?
This is Devon, your host. There's also another host. His name's Ryan.
Yes, sir.
So happy to be here. Ryan, what is up? What is up, man?
Not much, man. I'm having so much fun.
Okay.
Episode 12. Episode 12. We made it.
And it's a special one because, we got Joe here. Now, who's Joe? Joe is an NFT guru. He's a full-time guru. he's a full-time student. But we met Joe like way back, and I say we as in like collectively, but really it was Ryan. Ryan met Joe.
I'll take the credit.
Way back, because Joe
way back in August.
Way back in August. Like this is way back, like 3 months ago. And Joe's been involved in a lot of really cool projects. Basically, if you've been listening to the podcast and you've heard us talk about projects that we like, Joe has been probably in the major ones that we've talked about. And I don't want to say them. In. Yeah, I don't want to say them because I want Joe and Ryan to fanboy over them. And Joe is going to be the one to tell us about himself and whatnot. But Joe, how about I stop talking and you introduce yourself to the peeps? What is going on? Who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, sure. So I guess, I am still a full-time student in university right now. I'm studying information systems and financial technologies. So
amazing.
Crypto and like NFTs and just the blockchain in general, like really spoke to me. And that's what got me into NFTs. So I started looking into NFTs of January this year. I was introduced to it actually in like December through Top Shot, but I never really got into that.
Nice.
You didn't jump on it then?
No, I didn't, and much regret.
I got in April. That was my introduction to the NFT world. Was Top Shot as well. So it's so easy to get in because it's just like, credit card, $9 packs, and it was such an easy entry level position for NFT world.
Exactly.
Anyways, go ahead.
A lot of people were talking about it, but I didn't really jump in, and I just didn't have the time for it. At that time, I was interning at a consulting firm, so it was stupid busy. But then come January, I was actually told to look into blockchain for one of my like projects. Nice. And then I was looking into it and I was like, oh, wow, this shit's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sure. So February, March, April, and that's when I was kind of looking into it just like as a side thing. Never really bought in too much. And then, somewhere middle March, I think, somewhere there, I decided to buy some NFTs, and my first NFTs that I got into was like the Bored Apes.
Amazing!
I'm so jealous. You know what? I remember seeing Bored Apes in one of the websites attached to Top Shot. It was Moment Ranks, and I was like, "Bored Ape Yacht Club." I'm like, "What a dumb what?" I didn't even read the article. I just and
my gosh,
am I kicking myself in the ass?
Can we pause there for a second? How do you casually drop that? Yeah, the first one I got into is fucking Bored Ape Yacht Club. That is so huge. What made you click it? Like, what happened there?
So at that time I was into, there's this other project that was still coming up, a gaming project, Ember Sword.
I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't know much about like NFTs, but I was looking into Ember Sword, and then people started talking about like these profile pictures, right? Everyone was having interesting profile pictures, and I thought, I don't know, they look kind of cool. And so I just went on OpenSea, looked through them, and then I just decided, I'm going to buy one.
What was the mint price for
that? Was my question too. What was that mint price?
So I didn't get it on mint.
Oh, but on OpenSea, what'd you pay?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what'd you buy? Yeah.
The first one that I bought was 1 ETH.
Ooh. Okay.
But back then it was what was ETH at that? Like
it was around
2007.
3,000.
Yeah. 3,000 ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
High twos.
Yeah.
My ETH price right now, I'm averaged at like 2,800 right now for ETH. So yeah.
You're laughing at us. Whoever's getting in now, it's like good
now
luck.
It's expensive.
Slap on the ass. Good luck. Get out there.
Yeah. Now, even when I try and get like some of my friends in, it's hard because everything is expensive. Even minting is probably like close to $500.
Yeah, and you're talking US.
Yeah, US.
So yeah, us being Canadians, like when we're looking at some of the projects, we're easily like, okay, that's $800 for us.
Ouch.
800 Canadian. So if we, anyways, whatever. We'll talk about it later. But
yeah.
So you went Bored Ape, and then what went on after that?
So I bought one Bored Ape, and then I joined the verified Discord channel of like the verified owners Discord channel. And it just felt so nice. Like, I don't know, it was really nice to have a community. This might be because with like COVID, I was pretty much at home 24/7 and, didn't really get a chance to talk to my coworkers, and work was pretty, it like slowed down after the New Year. So everything kind of, I don't know. I feel like everything just kind of clicked at the same time. I was like looking for people to talk to, like friends. Yeah,
you're looking for that community, and it just you stumbled on it, and you're like, oh shit, you could build something here, and it's like everyone's talking. It's online community, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I was just talking to people, and I don't know, but everyone was just talking a lot about like different fun things and like what they're doing, like what they're doing in real life, what they feel about the whole technology behind this. And they were just super chill. Yeah. And that I was like, wow, this is nice. And then I decided I wanted to go hunting for more Bored Apes. I looked into, getting more that I connected with. Yeah. Instead of just buying the floor. Because at that time I was kind of at the place where I was like, I don't know if this is going to make me money, but if it doesn't make me money, at least I'm going to have something nice to keep. Right. And yes, it was expensive, but it was also like my ETH price was pretty low. Yeah. And I also had like internship money from not spending anything because I was literally at home 24/7.
Yeah, exactly. Well, everyone's locked down, and so you had some disposable cash to have fun with, and so you ended up just looking at like, hey, let's look at something I want to buy. You always hear, buy what you want to like. Don't worry about necessarily the project, but if you like the project, buy something you're going to fall in love with, kind of thing. So that's the approach you went with, and that at that point. Exactly. So how many Bored Apes do you have? I'm so jealous.
So right now I only have one. I only have one left.
One left, but now you got.
Let's talk about that one left. Joe, what did you do?
So I bought 3 to start, right? So I bought my first one, and then I was like, "Ooh, this is fun. Let me go see for 2 more." And I bought 2 more at also 1.1, and then at 0.8, and then one of them
0.8. Wow.
Yeah. And one of them that I still remember clearly is Russian, like the Russian hat one.
The Tsar hat. Yeah, the Russian Tsar hat. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know why. Like, wait. So I had a Russian friend that gave me like a very similar looking hat. And then when I saw it, I was like, fuck it, I want it.
Nice.
Yeah. So I bought one of them, and then I bought 2 more. But I don't remember what They were. I bought one more again for like 1.1 ish. And then after that, I bought my like crown, my king ape.
Yeah, the one I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah. That one was expensive. It was at 16 ETH. It was like, so I guess my style is like, I wanted the crown, but I didn't want anything crazy. And then you see how clean like the shirt is on my ape? Yeah. That's kind of what I was looking for, right? And that was the only one.
So I hate to interrupt you, but I just want to pause for a second because we do have friends that like are not as deep in the NFT crypto world that are listening. So just to give you guys a heads up of what that looks like in today's currency, 16 ETH with ETH being valued, well, it's more than like $4 or $5 grand now. But like when Joe was making this transaction, ETH was probably, what would you say Canadian, around $4 grand, Ryan? Probably.
When he was making that?
Yeah, making that transaction. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably. Maybe even less. Maybe even Canadian, less. $4 grand. Canadian, say $4 grand. Just make it even like that.
Which means if you're looking at the currency to Canadian dollars, listeners, that's about $64,000. Okay, just to let you know. Not to say that Joe's just has that sitting there chilling. I mean, he does. I'm just joking. I don't know, but like that pays to get in early. You know what I mean? Okay.
That's what everyone kind of wants to do in the NFT world is get in early enough that you can buy a couple up at 1 ETH or even less and flip them. And then you've got that bankroll. And I mean, we can go back, but that's what that's what I talked about with, we've talked about it a couple of times with Vivi. That's what I've done, right? Like I started off, I got one good comic, sold it for a substantial profit in my mind. And then I've bankrolled my whole portfolio on that. So it's kind of, that's what everyone wants to do, but anyway, back to Mr. Crown Prince here.
Yeah. Crown Prince Joe, King Joe.
Yeah. So before NFTs, I have always like invested in Ethereum. I started in 2018 after I joined a conference that was talking about how blockchain can be used for good, for like higher purpose. Good social good stuff, right? Yeah. So after that conference, it made me like much more bullish on blockchain, because before that with Bitcoin, I'm very iffy on it.
Really? You can't really do anything other than buy and sell it, right?
Yeah. So there's no real utility to it. And then also, the whole replacing the world currency thing I think is a very nice grand idea. Yeah. But it's not something that I see happening in this generation.
No.
So I never really expected Bitcoin to explode. But Ethereum, I totally understand why it exploded. With all the use cases behind it, and like Ethereum being needed to buy stuff, to just transfer stuff.
Of course,
all the transactions, it just made sense, right? So that's kind of why I bought into a lot of Ethereum, and then I had a bag before NFTs, and then now I pretty much don't have a bag anymore.
You're sitting on that king ape. You're good.
And
then once property's minted, off, you're going to be sailing on your yacht in no time, buddy.
Once property's mint, I plan on rolling most of the money into more things that I want to do. So like this whole metaverse thing is really something I believe in.
Yeah.
Like Sandbox, the Sandbox token. I've been buying that since it was 10 cents.
And what's it at now? I don't even know. We can look it up. Yeah. All three of us on the computer. Let's look it up.
I won't look it up. Let you guys do it.
I think it's at 260 right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Still attainable for those that want to.
Well, hold on. $2.60 or $260?
$2.60.
Oh, that's very attainable.
Yeah, American.
I've noticed all the metaverse tokens are still really low. Like I bought some mana the other day. Mana.
I would say mana.
I never know how to pronounce it. Whatever. Decentraland token. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even in here, but like I'm scooping this shit up because I know that I'm going to need it.
Exactly.
because you can use that to upgrade characters, avatars, houses, buy things in current, like you can use all. Why the hell haven't I bought anything? I got to get on this now. Now I'm slacking.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry. By next episode, we'll what we did this week will be us buying tokens related to metaverses. So
we say that
we'll do that. Well, we have to because Joe's on the call right now. So like next week when we're talking to Joe in Discord, it's just like he's gonna be like, "Hey, did you guys pick some up?" And I can't hang my head in shame now.
Yeah,
right. You're talking to someone that has a Bored Ape, man. Like you got to represent. Okay,
that's true.
Right.
Yeah,
so let me ask you like one of those lame vanity questions.
What's up?
In the Bored Ape verified like Discord, have you seen like I'm sure some people have doxed themselves. Have you seen anyone where you're like, oh shit, like this is this person? Like has Steph Curry talked about?
I was gonna say, did you just see on Twitter yesterday or last? It was last night. Post Malone just spent $735,000.
Exactly. So like that's what I want to know. Are you talking to celebrities in that Discord?
So right now the Discord's actually pretty dead.
Oh,
like it's not as
that's crazy. Well, you know what? I saw
case.
Someone tweet out, "The celebrities are coming. Be prepared, people." And it's like that. That's kind of like now the normal Joes that Joe bought up the Bored Apes. I didn't even mean it that way, but pun intended. But you know what I mean? It's like now the celebrities are starting to get it because it's clout.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, what's the highest offer you've got for your crown? It's got to be up there.
I think there was an 80 ETH offer.
80?
Yeah. I think that's like what? 500, 400?
80 times. And what's ETH sitting right now at Canadian? 5.5?
It was just it was just under 6,000 Canadian.
So we're gonna do 5.5 right now. That would be 440,000 Canadian if you were to accept that.
Right.
So let me ask you this, Joe. When are you accepting that? Like, because are you like?
I won't even know what to do with 80 ETH right now.
I know, but I can help you. Like our podcast can help you. Just talk to us whenever you're ready.
Man, that's a beautiful thing. Congratulations, man. Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, do you wish you held on to the other ones?
I mean, of course, right? Yeah. But I sold my first one to cover my cost.
There you go. So you're playing with house money now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I sold my second one to bankroll another project that I'm involved with. Like I invested in a play to earn guild pretty early on. Put down 10K, and that's why I sold my Bored Ape. And now the company itself is like worth. It was last valued at 5 mil. So
tell us about that from a jump, because I actually don't know about this. So what's
play? Yeah, I know of play to earn.
I know the concept, but what's the company? Like, do you want to show? You want to talk about it? Can you?
Yeah, sure. I guess we can talk about the company. So just to be completely transparent, I'm not very involved with them anymore. I used to help them with marketing until like June, July-ish, when I kind of stopped. Right now, I still invested. Like I invested at 10,000 when I first started, sometime in March, and then I kind of helped them out, right? So I'm not very like.
You're not very active. You're kind of just you're on this. You're almost like an advisor role, or just you're kind of on the sideline at this point.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. What's the company?
NFT to earn. So
I was on that website. I was looking up not that long ago, actually. Someone else was promoting it. I'm trying to remember which Discord I was in.
It was Joe's replacement. Joe's replacement is doing a great job.
Yeah. And you know what? It might have been during the first Mint Festival in the end of July. I think they might have been part of that festival.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, so you invested in them. You're helping them out.
For me though, I know you guys know it, but for me, what does NFT to earn do? Like, are you playing like small games like Candy Crush and stuff, and then you're just earning fractions? Like, what's the deal?
Yeah, so kind of like that. So you guys know about Axie, right?
Yeah.
So Axie is probably one of the biggest games right now where you can earn money from playing. So a part of what we do is we get investors' money, so like my money, to buy Axies for people to play with. And then when they play with it and then they win and then they earn SLP, which is the Axies currency, we sell it on the open market. And that's how we get returns. That's how our revenue is generated. And then there's also a couple other games like Farmer's World where, you know, we do resource collection, but there's like specific tools that help resource collection much faster, like speed it up.
Right.
So
you can, I know.
So tools like that would like prices fluctuate on the tools, and as well as like the resources also fluctuate, right? Mm-hmm. So that's like a couple ways that the company makes revenue.
Are those resources in-game resources like farm things, or are you talking about resources related to data?
In-game resources. So cool. You guys ever played like Farmville?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like Farmville, but made by like Zynga or whatever. Okay, cool.
It's pretty much Farmville.
Yeah,
cool.
The only NFT earn game I played was Alien Worlds.
Okay. Yep.
Whereas it's like you go onto a land and you're mining, and I haven't been on there in a while, but because I think you get Trillium is what the crypto you get to earn. So I haven't been on there in a bit. So maybe I have a bunch of Trillium there. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Don't worry. They've taken it and invested with it, Ryan. They're good.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. It was a good game.
Nice. True.
And there's a lot of play to earn games that the company invests in.
Yeah. Yeah. Play to earn is going to be, it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon, I don't think.
So, okay. So Joe, so right now you were saying you got involved in that project, and we're working through the timeline of your NFT dominance.
I like
rise to being the king, right? In our eyes anyways. And so like you did that, and then you were like, I'm going to roll away from this. And then you got involved in another project, which was where Ryan started following you and stalking you and forming this parasocial relationship where
you're welcome.
He's like, yes, Joe is my best friend. Joe's like, who is this guy?
I have a shirt with his Bored Ape on it.
And I come over and I'm like it's
so dumb.
Okay, no, but seriously.
So was that where you went? You went from the play to earn to unicorns, uninterested unicorns, or was there a skipping stone in there somewhere?
So that's kind of where I went right after, but it kind of came in a weird way. So after during NFTs to earn, I kind of got bored. Not because there wasn't like much happening, but you know, the whole play to earn space isn't really mature yet, right? So there's still a lot of games that are like in development, and
the games are kind of shitty. Not all of them, but they're just pretty basic. I'm not shitting on any of the games, but you know, they have to be pretty basic, right?
Yeah. And like Axie's not my thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, so during that time, I just got like bored, and I thought, you know, I wanted to look more into the technology behind the blockchain, right? And like future use cases for NFTs. Essentially. And then that's when I kind of fell into this whole DAO space, like the decentralized autonomous organizations. And I fell in love. I was like, whoa, this is going to uproot a lot of different things, more for like social causes. But at the same time, it can also like create new opportunities for people that, you know, that never really had opportunities and that were previously just like used to exploit, right? Exploit's kind of a strong word, but my feeling is that everyone that's like a customer should, you know, get something in return, right?
Well, you're speaking Devon's language with DAOs.
Yeah.
He is all in on them right now. He's
okay.
Deep diving into it. He wants to.
Yeah, like I wanted to, like literally, right. I'm thinking right now is after this, I need to find out what Joe's doing and be like, how can I boost this with other things that I'm involved with? Like, but we'll talk offline about that.
For
Joseph.
sure, man.
When I use your full name, Joseph, that's how you know I'm serious. Okay, yeah, keep going. You're saying some really dope stuff here.
Yeah, so after I looked into the DAOs, I was like, oh shit, this is pretty cool. I want to do something, right? And I thought, I wanted to do something for like the Asian community. At that time, there wasn't much Asian representation on NFTs in general. And there was a like a lack of understanding on NFTs in like the Asian circles, especially like in the tech circles that I was kind of running in back in, so I'm from Singapore.
Okay.
Nice.
So
I love Singapore. I was there 2 years ago. It was great.
Nice.
I've never been anywhere hotter on this entire planet. I literally I know this is a podcast, so you haven't seen me, but like you can go to our Twitter, you see him connected. I'm a black man. I was born here, but I lived in the Caribbean for years. Uh-huh. In Singapore, I was like, it's too hot. Like I literally was like, it's too hot. It was like 10 p.m. at night, and I was on top of this building. It was like a nightclub, so it was a really cool rooftop thing. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm outside on the roof where the breeze is like hardcore, and it's nighttime, and I'm so hot. Like this is crazy. The sun's not even up. What is going on? Yes. That's where Joe's from.
Exactly.
So hot, man. Anyway.
Yeah. And now I'm in Boston.
Oh, oof. Yeah.
Enjoy the winter.
Exactly. But yeah, so I was trying to kind of get more Asian representation on board. So I was thinking, help create a DAO where Asian artists can kind of have a very low effort entry into the NFT space, right? So kind of being a platform to get more artists and get more people that wanted to get into NFTs, but didn't know what the hell NFTs were, and also didn't want to commit too much time into it. And they would just kind of give the DAO the artwork, and then the DAO would handle the marketing, the sales, everything.
Wow.
Nice. So I really wanted to do that.
That's awesome. And you got it done, right?
Well.
There you go. Sorry? I said you got it done, right?
No, that's the thing. Yeah. So when I pitched it to people, they didn't like the idea. And I like they were just kind of, I mean, I still have like the notes where people were like, this doesn't sound like a good idea. This DAOs don't work, things like that. And I'm like,
no, because now they're just taking off.
Yeah.
You're like, I could have been at forefront.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Like this was like 3 months ago. Like, how can people say that considering DAOs have only existed for like, I don't know, like 2 years, barely? Like they're like so new. Any DAO formed within the next 12 months is still at the very, very, very forefront of what is going to be how we operate going forward. Yeah. So this idea, even though it's going to be on, wait, do we have to block out your idea? Like, even though this idea is going to go forward on the podcast.
If somebody wants to make it, I'm happy to help them, push it forward. I have no capacity to start another project.
I know, right? But yeah, there's no way a project like that can like not make it. Like right now I hear that, I'm like, yeah, this sounds perfect. Ryan even was like, yeah, you did it, right?
Yeah, it's signed, sealed, delivered. It's great.
No brainer.
Nope. Yeah. And I didn't really have much artist friends. Yeah. Like close artist friends that I could be like, all right, come on, do this with me. And then you could be the first one, right? And then, attract more people that way. I didn't have really close like artist friends. I had some friends that like I knew of that I approached, and then they were hesitant to get into like the NFT scene. I think there's still a huge misconception with like NFTs and what art does to them. Like they're not big artists. So in my opinion, they really have nothing to lose.
No, 100%.
Well said.
I was just saying to a friend's daughter, start creating.
Exactly.
I don't want to start. I don't want to sell. It's like, you don't have to like, just try it. I'm with you there, buddy. I'm with you.
Yep. And I mean, I definitely felt why artists don't want to do that, because there's a lot to learn before they can like really do it. Before they, I guess, get the exposure. That's why the whole DAO was started in the first place, right? Like, you get one artist on board with one piece of art, or like, 500 generated art and whatever. And then we handle all the business side and just kind of push you out there and like market you, right?
Well, it's like we've been saying in every episode, basically, you want that, build the community.
Exactly.
Let's build a community and let everybody kind of carry and help each other. And it's like, even with podcasts, promoting that or promoting NFT catcher, it's like you build that community and we all promote each other and build us all up together.
Exactly.
Whether it's like a little, one person just created one little artwork, and like you said, someone's got a 500 piece artwork. Mm-hmm. Everyone comes together. Let's do this. Let's prosper as a team.
Exactly.
We all don't make it.
Exactly.
It's a banned word. Not
in this podcast. Yeah, said that. Yeah. It's so ridiculous. Every time I see it, I think of sushi. Anyways, never mind.
Hey, I've convinced Joe at least twice. No, maybe once to order sushi. Once.
Sushi.
Yeah, he's like, "What should I get for dinner?" Sushi.
Nice.
Ordered it up.
Wag me. Right, sweet.
Yeah, the whole, we all gonna make a thing. I think the DAOs will really enable that, right? Because as you're not just a product. If the project succeeds, you get a chance to succeed.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like that's where we're all gonna make it aspect comes from, instead of in what is like current world right now, where a company succeeds and we use it, we don't get anything from it. Like,
yeah.
Most obvious example is like freaking Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what value I'm getting out of Facebook. Stop using it.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I was like, you were at NFT NYC or NYC NFT, right? Did you see Gary Vee's keynote?
Oh no, I didn't see his keynote.
I met him though. He met him.
Yeah.
that's actually pretty amazing. But it was funny because the guy who was interviewing Gary, Jody, had said the same thing. He was like, we have to take back the value. And Gary, of course it's Gary, so he goes the opposite. But also a good point. He was like, well, we're gonna basically say that, but he's like, Facebook and whatnot still allow people to get a ton of value. And I was like, yeah, sure. He's like, yeah, you can get this platform where you can grow your social. And then I thought to myself, yes, Gary, you're right. Like, it definitely created a ton of value for people, but that doesn't eclipse the fact that like the majority of us don't have any of that profit share that Facebook does. Facebook's huge. Sorry, Meta. Yeah. Meta does. You know what I mean? So you're entirely right. Yeah. Like, how are we getting that piece of the pie that they've created for themselves? Right? DAOs are how you can do that. So yeah, I'm with you.
I think the whole value proposition of Facebook was like, you can connect with people around the world, right? But now, does that even make sense anymore? Like,
nope.
there's no unique value proposition anymore, right? Like, I'm meeting you right now, and I don't even know what you like your Facebooks,
Yeah, exactly. We don't need that for. Yeah, it's for Facebook is for my aunt.
Yeah.
I don't think my oldest is almost 16. Never had Facebook, never been on it, and I don't think any of her friends use it. So the younger generation is not. They're on TikTok. Well, I sound like an old man, but I don't even know what they're on. I know what's popular, but like it's definitely not Facebook.
Yeah. No, it's definitely not Facebook anymore.
So it's more for the 30 plus, I would say. And even now, even that, we're abandoning it. Like, I got rid of Facebook 2 years ago. So,
and you don't miss it?
No, never.
Cool. Yeah,
that endless scrolling for no reason. But anyways, we'll get off shitting on Facebook.
On Meta, okay,
Meta,
so Joe,
whatever.
So, so you're thinking about that. You were in Uninterested Unicorns. I
want to talk Uninterested Unicorns.
Yeah, let's hear about that. That's where we all where we all became a family.
Up their preview.
All right. Oh,
Yeah.
All right, so talk about Uninterested Unicorns.
I'm excited for that. That artwork for the Gen 2 baby unicorns is sick.
Yeah.
I loved it. As soon as I saw it, looks awesome. But so I'm excited for the whole breeding coming up next month. But anyways, we could talk the start of it. I got in there at like, when I joined I just stumbled onto the Discord through some invite link. And I was like, I'll check it out, whatever. And I think I was like 200th and 230th into the server. So I got to me, that's super early compared to like within the next month, it was just skyrocketing.
I'm surprised. Like, I'm surprised you guys like got in that early.
I was in there like right after. It was, again, same thing with First Mint Fest. I'm in there and so with Devon, he's not in there, but he joined. So we always joke about the 4 horsemen, which is our little group of 4 of us.
Okay.
It was 3 of us. And then we started getting really heavy into NFT crypto. And then Devon joined, but he joined right after we had minted unicorns.
It was like a week later.
He joined right after. So he missed it. So it's a little sore subject.
Talking about them, and I was just like, well, what is it? And you're like, it costs this now. I was like, I didn't understand enough to be like, I'm still going to go in. And I was like, I'll get the next one.
So yeah, he literally missed it.
I kind of did.
By a week. He's involved, but he missed it by a week. So
okay.
I was able to grab him like 2.
I'm not bitter about it. I don't feel bad about it. I don't stay up at night and think that I'm not really a part of the 4 horsemen because I don't have it. I don't miss the fact that they can go and quest and have all this fun without me. That's fine. It doesn't bother me at all.
So you guys have like 2 other friends.
Yeah, we have this just like the 4 of us that kind of out of our group of friends we've had since we were grade 12, 13, 14. So we've had
grade 7.
But some of us were earlier than others, but like our main group of friends has been friends for 25 years. The 4 of us are the ones that talk crypto and NFTs to each other, and the other ones just make fun of us. We have a couple people where it's like you try and explain and they just shut. You're an idiot. They're not backed by anything. It's JPEG. Like, those kind of people. Everyone's got those friends. But yeah, so we just the 4 of us are in a little group chat, and we just check. It started off as like stocks, then it went to we were playing video games, then we went to crypto. Then there's these things called NFTs. Let's jump on them. And then it was just a downhill spiral. And then Devon joined in once we started getting into NFTs, and me and him started a podcast. So,
okay.
Yeah, so it's just it's been fun. It's like family for us, right? We just second nature to shit on each other and have fun. So yeah, for me, I loved Uninterested. I loved the artwork. I mean, once I got in there, it was like what you said when you found that community. It was like I've always been kind of online, but I kind of was. I don't know. You put the wall up and you're like, you don't want to dox yourself or get into it. And I found unicorns. I was in there for a bit, quiet on the sidelines. And then up until, I guess you had the same concept with properties with the leveling up. So I was like, you know what? I'm liking the community. I love the art. I'm like, I'm going to jump in all in on this. So I just started going hard on leveling up. It did taper off, obviously, once I got my, like most people, you get your whitelist and you're like, I'll taper off a little bit, but
people kind of get burnt out.
I burnt myself out horribly on unicorns. And then it was like, I don't know, properties was 5 weeks later or something.
Yeah.
And then I killed myself on properties to level 10. And I literally, I think I took a week off after hitting level 10. And then I was like, what am I doing? I'm like, I just kind of abandoned it. And I was like, I got to get back in there. And now look, I'm a PA now. Woo.
Yeah.
So I'm loving it. But yeah, unicorns was great. I don't know. Let's hear your side of it. How'd you jump into that? I mean,
go
ahead. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So I guess when I was talking about that DAO stuff in one of the servers, right? One of the Asian NFT servers. I forgot which one, but I suddenly got a DM from someone that liked what I was talking about, and I guess kind of had a similar vision to what I had for this whole space, and like giving back and kind of like, focus on building others as well and just doing a project in the space, right? Because I think at that time, getting people to even want to do a project in this like weird space was hard. I mean, even now it's hard to like find a proper team, right?
Yeah.
So I got a random DM from Terrence, the founder of the Uninterested Unicorns, and he kind of just asked me if I wanted to, join on board and help with like the Discord, with the community management. Because prior to that, I also helped build another Discord server before, the NFT to earn server. I was a admin there for Discord. And then, before that, I built servers for like previous games that I used to play.
Nice.
On Discord.
So you had the experience to kind of like manage a community and build up the Discord servers and stuff like that. So I mean, we've talked about unicorns before, but the whole team, and it's like mostly it was originated in Singapore, right?
Yeah. So the team is mostly made of Singaporeans.
Yeah.
But everyone was kind of not in Singapore.
Yeah. But I mean, it's that community that like you were just trying to build. So it's like, it's a perfect segue into, okay, well, I can't get this done right now. Well, I got this glorious opportunity. Let's go build a community up. Let's do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's kind of why I was like, all right, I'm down for this. And then everything kind of just blew up from there.
I was going to say snowballed to the point where you're talking to me in a bag. Let's do it. I mean, you got to find the time where you got to do everything you can, right?
Yeah.
You're a busy man. I know that much. So
yeah, it's getting crazy now.
Well, I think I listened in one of your AMAs or even in the podcast with Nat. You guys were saying that's in Unicorns is where you met Conrad, right? So you had built that. And I think I guess he was in there pretty active too, right?
Yeah, he was very active in there.
Yeah. Well, he was like Jackie something. I remember you said his name Jackie, and I was like, oh, son of a bitch. That's who he is. I'm like, I always remembered seeing his name and I probably talked to him too in the Discord and I just had no clue until you said it. And I was like, oh, okay. Kind of makes sense. Same kind of same kind of chatting, right? Like he's a funny guy. So, but yeah, you met him in there and then I guess just go from there if you like, or.
Yeah, I guess I met him in there, and then I wasn't really sure what was gonna happen after Unicorns minted. Because, to be transparent, I guess during that time, I was a part of the team, but then it wasn't a long-term thing.
Okay. So it had an end time, or it was just kind of like you just kind of helped out for part-time in a sense.
I guess I've always been part-time because I'm like a student.
Right. Yeah.
But it was kind of like a contract gig, right? So it's kind of like a contract gig. And then I wasn't really sure what was going to happen after that. Mm-hmm. And when Jackie approached me with this, I was excited because of the whole metaverse side of it. And, that's, like I said, I've always fucking loved the metaverse, and it kind of just really made sense to me. And I still have a lot of ideas of what I want to do on the metaverse. But that's a whole other story.
Right?
That's a whole other hour podcast to talk about.
I know, right? So what little can you tell us about properties? Not even what little, but we know what we've talked about properties a million times because it's like definitely our favorite project. But I guess we've talked about how it's come together, our thoughts about it, like how excited we are for the mints coming up and all that. I guess the only other thing we talked about most recently was Metaverse and like Sandbox and whatever else. What are your thoughts? Like, what are you most excited about in the crypto space related to properties or related to the Metaverse? Any of this stuff?
I guess I'll speak of related to metaverses. I think why I'm so bullish on metaverses is because, it's I felt like they sell it as metaverse, but if you really look into projects, it's a lot about gaming and a lot about how you build a story around something and then you build like a community around that story or around that project, and that's how you kind of build your metaverse, right? I think metaverse is like a fancy way of saying virtual worlds, which is pretty much a fancy way of saying it's a freaking world in a game.
Yeah.
Like there's really, I don't know, there's really, I guess to simplify it all, right? Like whatever game you played, if there was a world in that game, that was a metaverse.
Yeah.
You know, like
GTA 5, right? You're like living in that world. Like you could do open world concept, Skyrim.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the only difference is that it's just open to more people, and the currency is like manageable outside of when you're actually logged into the game. You know, it's just kind of taking that extension of it and going beyond it. So, and Properties has that, or is developing that.
Yeah. And I guess to tie into Properties, like most exciting thing for me right now that like we haven't really released is that the partnerships that we're building is really, I think, something special for the space. We're bringing a lot of people into a lot of organizations into the blockchain space that like never really knew where to start, right? But when you show them metaverse and like you show them what can be built and you show them something that looks physical but is virtual, it makes sense to them. And I think the whole virtual real estate aspect also helps people understand it a lot easier about why they should invest in it, right? Like there's really Sandbox Metaverse and like Toronto has no real difference in how people value land. It's
gotcha.
There's this center point where everyone goes to. That stuff is going to be expensive. And then outside of the center, there's going to be super popular places, right? Like, I don't know, like, maybe a popular museum outside of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Everything around that is going to be valued really high. But then everything in between won't have as much value.
Right.
It's the same way things are set up here. I mean, in the real world, we're just going to emulate that digitally, 100%. And Properties,
I can't wait.
Yeah, and Properties is going to do that, So I think that's why it's so exciting, because it seems like we've said it before, one of the best thought out projects that we've seen, that wants to play in this space. How much of your time, you're a student, how much of your time do you give to the things you're working on? Like you're doing Properties, you're also still a student. What else have you got going on? And like, what's your time like?
Yeah, he's in Unicorns. I see the announcements all the time. Pretty active still.
So those are your two major. Are you in any other projects?
So of the other projects that I'm in, the reason I'm in them varies, right? For most of them, it's because they needed somebody to build a Discord server.
Gotcha.
And that was it. Like Pack.
Right.
Yeah. My role there was to build the Discord server. And then, after the Discord server is built, help them out with bots and things like that. And just...
We need you back in there. Get back in there and chat with me.
So let me ask you one question. What is it that, what makes you really good at that? Is it because I'm just thinking like some people are probably just like, whatever, you create it and then just start chatting. But like, what do you do that's a little bit like special about that? Like, how do you do that?
I think to start just knowing what bots to bring in.
Yeah.
Because there's even people that are very used to, playing in Discord, they don't really know the background or like the backside of what bots do or how to kind of manage the bots, right? I think that's one side. And then what you're talking about on like the whole community talking side, I think one thing that like differentiates me and other good community managers would be replying to questions repeatedly and not getting to
the same question. Yeah. It's like slamming your head against the wall. You're like, oh, this one again. Come on, just scroll up. I answered it 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly. It would be like like even in the unicorn server before we launched, it would be sharing again and again and again and again about what we do, what the plan was, like what the roadmap is, even though everything is there, right?
Yeah, they just don't want to go. You know how many people even now in properties come in and it's like, what is this? Where do I go? It's like,
it's like
we've now posted. Here. Yeah, exactly. There. Here. We just repost the same things, like start here, go there, gather your information, but nobody wants to do their own research. They'd rather be told. They just want to hand it a book that says, put your money here on this date and we're going to make this much. Nobody wants to do the research.
Yep. No, nobody wants to do anything.
No, exactly. They want the bots to do everything. And it's crazy. Go ahead.
I think that's the one part that I did well, and other good community managers would do well to like emulate, because it kind of helps people feel like they're a part of the project even more. And something else that I did as well was like sometimes when I have free time, I would just randomly go through the list of people that have joined and just DM people randomly. If they haven't said anything, just to ask them, if like they joined, if they needed help with anything, or if they found the server fine. Gotcha. And at least one person has told me that they appreciated that because nobody else was doing that. So
100%. Listen, it all starts from you finding that play to earn community. And you're like,
exactly.
I got to emulate this exact feeling I have everywhere. It's like a crack addict trying to get that crack high that first time they feel it. I got to get that high.
That fresh Discord community high.
Yeah, but listen, you're doing a great job. It shows. I mean, properties is taking off, unicorns take off, like whatever. Where are you going next? I'm following you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I'll definitely be sharing on my Twitter.
Perfect.
But going forward, I really do want to kind of consolidate what I do and kind of commit more time into projects that I truly, truly believe in, that are trying to do something different or something that aligns with my future goals. Not to say that the projects that like I'm a part of right now don't. It's just for most of those projects, like I'm not very involved with how the project runs or how the project's advances, right? Like,
right, of course.
I realize I don't like that.
Yeah, you can only spread yourself so thin, and you just want to kind of focus on the stuff that it's like buying your Bored Ape with the crown. That's what you wanted, right? You wanted that. You went out and got it, and now it's like focus on stuff you love and just build from there. It's not even work at that point. You're just having fun, right?
Yeah. And there's always room to like better align what you're doing with your goals that change as you do things, right? Like when you're, how long, like when you're done school, like how much time do you have before your degree's done?
So I'm supposed to graduate in, what would be now, like summer 2022. So next year. I took a gap year last year because of COVID. I was supposed to graduate this year, but that's a whole other story. So I'm thinking about taking another gap semester. So I don't know when I'm going to be graduating, but right now I do think this is the right move to make. Mm-hmm. Either like the way I thought about it was like this, right? Like I also have another project in mind right now.
Yeah,
I need more capacity.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, either unicorns, properties, and the other project kind of blows up. And then it does, everything does well, and then I make money and I get experience. Right, two things that invaluable at kind of this stage of my life where it would be like I want to figure out what I want for my future.
Yeah.
Either that happens, that's like best case scenario. Okay case scenario is, I gain experience from it. I don't make money. Right.
Yeah.
Then the bad case scenario is, blockchain dies, crypto dies. Nobody cares about NFTs anymore. But then in that worst case scenario, I just go back to school.
I was going to say, schooling's not going to go anywhere. It's always going to be there. It's never going to go anywhere. So you've always got that to fall back on.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's there's your parachute school.
I think you're good. Yeah. And whatever, just build a DAO and just have it like in a bunch of pools, doubled up, mining or getting like double because like Polygon network and something else. And then get an NFT that pays you in perpetuity. Then you'll just be on a gap year for school for the next 30 years.
Right? Building the passive incomes right now is what I'm planning on doing. Like my long-term vision is to build sustainable projects that 10 years down, like I don't want to talk about 10 years, what the fuck? 5 years down the road, it would be a project that I still love, something that I can still see a future in, but also something that allows me to commit my time into like Web3 and blockchain in general. Yeah.
I really feel like a DAO is the way that's going to have to be, because they'll evolve with the people in it and all that, right? Anyways, whatever. All right. Do we have any rapid fire questions for Joe?
For all the single ladies and men out there. Joe, are you single?
Right now, you can't see this, but Joe just drank a huge jug of water.
Frat boy style. Just right out of the jug.
Holy crap.
Guess, the metaverse is a whole new world.
That's a great answer. That is a great answer.
Yeah.
What's the rapid fire? You got another one, Devon?
I have one. Let's say crypto, blockchain, all this stuff. You never fell into this. What else would you be doing with your life? Yeah. What's your quiet, passionate hobby? Do you love train sets or something else? I'm not making fun of you. I love train sets. Yeah. I love model airplanes, so don't even worry about it. What else would you be doing if you weren't doing crypto and NFTs?
Okay, so my hobby before crypto and NFTs were 1, gaming, and then 2, volunteering at just random things.
That's amazing. That's actually way better.
You're such a nice guy.
Joe, right?
He's all about community. He's just Joe, the community man.
He's like, I just like to help people. Social impact matters to me. Yeah, I got offered $500,000, but I said no. I'd rather go to the soup kitchen. Like that's Joe.
I don't know if you guys heard of like Cradles and Crayons.
No, I have not.
It's like it was one of my favorite volunteering places before COVID, where go with some friends, and I used to have like a community of people that cared about volunteering as well in school, and we like sort out clothes, books, and stuff that kids would use for school.
Oh, and that's awesome.
I don't know why I enjoyed it. It just felt good. And like, I felt like, I don't know, it just felt meaningful, and doing something nice, good with my life for other people was like, woo,
Yeah, for sure. That's good karma.
Great job wise. Yeah, good karma. I think NFT world has shown me karma. Karma means a lot.
Yes. Nice. Good call. Yeah. Okay. 2 more questions. Ryan, do you have a question?
No, you can go ahead, man. I've talked enough.
So no, we're good. What's your favorite cryptocurrency?
Oof, not Cardano. I'm sorry.
What? Sorry. I mean, that's okay.
All right. Okay. Well, it's
Joe.
Nice having Joe, the community man, on.
We're not even going to release this. We got to record an episode.
I think.
Wait. Why? Why not?
No, why not Cardano?
Yeah.
Okay. So this backstory. I used to have a pretty big bag of Cardano.
Okay.
When I first started in this space. And then I started looking into other cryptocurrencies, and everything just felt like
it was better.
Faster.
Yeah.
Faster.
That is definitely our thing. Is like
there's a lot more movement and visibility.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know what? Nothing wrong with that. That's okay. What is one that you like then? So he's basically saying Cardano is the Cardano city of Cardano.
Listen, it's the toad and the, or was it the hare and the, what the hell?
Tortoise?
Yeah.
Tortoise and the hare. Cardano's a tortoise.
Yeah. So take that, Joe.
I mean, I still have a bag of Cardanos that are staked. So I don't know how much I have right now, but yeah.
What is your favorite crypto?
Bored Ape money. That's what he's sitting on. Anyways.
So what is your favorite crypto? Sorry that we cut you off there.
No worries. I think my favorite, is it okay to say Ethereum?
I knew he was going to say that. Ryan, let's end this right now. No, that's completely fine. Okay. No, that's completely fine. That makes sense. Like, I get it.
When's layer 2 though?
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, there we go.
But here's the thing though. Ethereum gets you into a lot of other gets you into layer 2s, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of other use cases that I don't know. I just don't really trust other blockchains to do as well.
That makes sense. And honestly, the time, we obviously know we're recent with Cardano, and we are not blind to the fact that it's slow. It's going to take a while. And Ethereum, even though we can complain about gas prices, everyone is there. There are a ton of there's XDAI, there's Polygon, all these other side chains and different layers that are working to overcome that. And shit's getting done. Certain minting on the main chain is tough, but there's ways around it. And if they do get layer 2 out there, then it's still going to be the big daddy of blockchain.
I was going to say, look at Unstoppable Domains. They just announced that you can mint for free on Polygon, I think. Yeah. They don't even do mainnet minting anymore.
Yep. I think Polygon is something that, will get better. I still feel like Polygon needs to get better before it gets mainstream. It's a bit too convoluted to get onto Polygon. Even though move money in, fuck that.
I do have a question totally off topic.
Okay, can I say one more thing about Polygon before that? I agree. I was trying to move money into there. I was able to do so to get their Matic, right? And they also have a faucet, like a drip or whatever, I couldn't get it to work. There's just everything. Everything's so glitchy. I was just and I feel like they're just trying to do so much stuff. So that's why. Sorry.
The faucets work. It's just they don't give enough Matic anymore.
Okay.
For you to even process a single transaction. So they used to. No. But then now gas prices on Matic even went up 100x.
Whoa.
So now what the faucet gives you is not enough.
It's nothing really.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. So you need to buy your own Matic now to even start one transaction, which
I did that. So do you suggest getting Matic? And everybody, whatever Joe says right now is 100% financial advice. I'm just joking.
Could you imagine?
I know, right? He's like, wait, what? Not financial advice. None of this is. These are just opinions from guys talking.
Yeah, my opinion on Matic is I see them pretty highly. I think they have fast first mover advantage, and they have this whole general idea of being layer 2 for everything on Ethereum, right?
Yeah.
And I think buying Matic is a good idea, but I am also worried about what happens once Ethereum mainnets 2.0 comes out. And if Matic doesn't improve fast enough, or if Matic doesn't expand fast enough, then they're going to have issues if layer 2 is able to replace what Matic does. But there's 2 kind of sides of thought to it. One is that I'm honestly still very confused and haven't really had time to look too much into the technical side. One of it is people are saying that 2.0 is gonna stabilize gas fees.
Yeah, I've heard that.
The other side is 2.0 is gonna eliminate gas fees, and the elimination part just seems less likely, just from a logic standpoint.
Yeah.
But if they're able to do that, then Matic's like gone.
Yeah.
There's just very little purpose for Matic that I just don't see why it would be worth this much. Because I think people right now are, pricing in the fact that Matic is going to do so well because of how inexpensive transactions are going to be.
Yeah. And it still costs money. Don't get me wrong. It still does, but definitely cheaper.
All right. My question.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yes.
Are we going to see metaverses collide with each other in the sense of you got Cardano, you've got Ethereum, are we going to see portals to go from properties in Sandbox over to Pavia on Cardano? Do you think we'll ever see the commingling of everything, I guess is the word? I don't know.
I think the grand plan would be for it to happen.
Yeah.
I think cross-chain bridges are already slowly happening. Solana and Ethereum have quite a bit of like cross-chain things happening. I think it's getting more popular for projects to mint on both chains or have like a presence on both chains as well.
Yeah.
So I think long-term it will happen. Not sure with Cardano. Maybe that will take a couple of years.
I only ask because I have, it's like we have a property. I get a property. I have a house, and it's like, oh, maybe I want to throw some artwork. Well, I don't have really any artwork other than unis in Ethereum.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, maybe I can grab some Cardano and NFTs and show those.
Yep.
But
I think
I don't know.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping, down the road, not necessarily. For all I know, next month I can dump all my Cardano NFTs and just jump into something else. Or, there's who knows how many different projects are popping up on every blockchain.
Exactly.
Right? Too many
full-time damn job. There's a reason why you're gap yearing another school year.
Yeah.
Or semester.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's busy out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keeping up with things is insane.
It is.
Ryan, anything else?
No, I think I'm good. I mean, I'm really appreciative. Yeah, you came on with us today, Joe, and hope it wasn't as horrible as you. No, I mean, it was as good as you thought it was going to be.
Of course, yeah, I enjoyed it.
So where can people find you, Joe? Like, if they want to connect with you, ask you questions, or if they want to join one of your projects, what's the best place to get in touch with you?
Yeah, I guess the best place to get in touch with me would be on Twitter.
Nice.
At JOFND_ETH.
For those who can't see him, he was questioning about his own Twitter handle.
This is me,
like,
right?
Is it? Yeah, okay, I think it's that one.
Yeah.
Right. Don't worry, we don't even ever get our Twitter handle right.
If you underscores always like mess me up.
Right?
We'll post it in the show notes for anyone.
We'll definitely have it. Yeah,
do it as well.
If you've made it this far, thank you very much. This has been the NFGs episode 12 with Joe and FND_ETH. Joe, thank you. As Ryan said, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for being our leader so that we can just follow you around from project to project. Keep us posted on whatever project you're doing. Come back on the podcast anytime you want. You order sushi for all of us, whatever, we can do it. Keep us posted.
Sushi date. Let's do it one day.
Sushi, yeah, we'll do a sushi date.
That sounds fun.
And yeah, you'll definitely
Is the music playing?
Oh yeah, music's playing. Music's playing. That's
all
how
right.
you know the outro.
Wrap it up already.
All right, and that's that. Follow us, NFGs. Our podcast.
See, I told you, Joe. We're at non-fungible guys.
No one heard that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Devon. This is how we do our outros.
We're at non-fungible guys on Twitter.
So unprofessional. We suck.
That's okay.
We suck, Devon.
It's never not going to be like this.
Gotta have fun.
All right, and that's that. Good episode, guys. That was great.